Hello everyone, welcome back to our exciting video series on how chiropractic treatment can help you live a healthier lifestyle. I'm Dr. Gill with Everett Spine and Rehab. With modern healthcare advances, nutrition, and wellness initiatives, we can live much longer than generations before us. It's like they say, 50 is a new 30, right? If you want to stay healthy and active for your lifetime, you have to take care of your body. Chiropractic healthcare can help you moving the way your body was designed to move. That way you can enjoy a higher quality of life and go for a longer time. Our bodies were not designed for today's modern technical life. Sitting in cars, looking down at your smartphone, or typing for long hours on a laptop, all that can really do a number on you. Repeating these movements puts even more pressure on the joints. Doing these actions for years reshapes and molds the body into compromised postures. Simply put, the body is just not designed to instantly bounce back from these kinds of stressors. Instead, it is trying to adapt to that stress. Repetitive stress damages the soft tissues around the joints. The body attempts to stabilize the joint by tightening the muscles around that area. Although intended to prevent pain or injury, if you don't correct the problem, it can become a chronic condition. We call this a joint restriction. This is the body molded into a new way of operating that's compromised. It's stuck. Now here's the bad news. If it's not addressed, it can eventually lead to severe pain, joint inflammation, or arthritis and other long-term or lifelong problems. It might not stop there because your body is a connected system. Nothing moves in isolation. The joint restriction changes the way the rest of your body moves. So the stress from limping or however you're compensating for your injury, it just puts more stress on the surrounding structures. The issue keeps cascading, causing more and more problems until, well, you're dealing with chronic pain. You know you have to change the oil in your car at least a few times a year. The technician checks your crucial fluids and filters to make sure everything is running okay. But what do you do to check the health of your spine and the nerve flow within it? This is what us chiropractors do. We find and treat joint restrictions of your spine and extremities. We use non-invasive, drug-free techniques that free up any restrictions and help restore a natural movement pattern before it gets worse or causes permanent damage. Now imagine you ignore maintenance of your car for a year. It seems like it's driving just fine. So what could be the problem? But like the warning lights in your car that don't come on until the fluid levels are dangerously low, pain is one of the last signals your body has to inform you of that something is wrong. And most people unfortunately respond to pain by doing what? Taking painkillers and anti-inflammatories. Sure, that provides temporary relief. Kind of like putting tape over the warning lights of the car so you don't see the check engine sign that comes on, right? But it doesn't correct what's really wrong. If you keep driving that car in that condition, it can be catastrophic. The same thing happens to the human body. Ignoring the crisis can lead to long-term health problems. Your spine is really the center of the most sensitive and critical area of the body, your nervous system. Your brain, spinal cord, they connect to your nerves. All together, this is known as your nervous system. Your spine is designed to protect these nerve tissues as they flow down to connect to every cell, tissue, and organ in your body. I mean, it's obvious to us that the brain has to be healthy, right? But it's just as important that the spinal cord and nerves are fully functional. Nerve messages and information flowing freely down the brain. That often goes overlooked. So what is your nervous system responsible for? Everything. Yes, that's right, everything. Walking, talking, breathing, even your heartbeat. It's all controlled by your nervous system. Like I mentioned, it connects to every single cell, tissue, and organ in your body. What I'm trying to say is that no part of your body performs separately. They're all tied together by the nervous system. So even a small something that seems too small to make a difference, like the weight of a dime, this can cause enough pressure and irritation to knock things out of whack. I know you're thinking, the weight of a dime? Really, Doc? But yeah, the nerves themselves are the consistency of gel toothpaste. If you squeezed out a couple of inches of gel toothpaste on your bathroom counter and left it overnight, the slightly dried crust with gel inside of it is just like your nerves. Now, our nerves are not out in the open where you can lay a dime on top of it, but imagine the weight of a dime on that toothpaste for a week, a month, a year, or longer. It sinks into it, compressing the contents of the nerve. Believe it or not, it's enough to decrease your immune system function or even cause your heart to beat incorrectly. With just a little bit of pressure in the wrong place, you can experience a joint restriction that causes back pain, headaches, sciatica, muscle spasms, all of which that can lead to decreased activity and lower quality of life. Long term, those conditions can cause arthritis and joint degeneration. And that, folks, is why chiropractors focus on the nervous system. If one joint isn't moving properly, then the nerve irritation and inflammation, that section of the spine, can slow or block critical information to and from the brain. Chiropractors safely perform millions of adjustments each year. We like to say, you're in good hands. But if you've had an adjustment before, you might be wondering what it's all about. Well, let's talk about it a little bit. Let's talk about what it is and what you can expect during a chiropractic adjustment. As a part of a thorough exam, you will perform stretches and movements under the watchful eye of the chiropractor. Chiropractors draw on their extensive education and practice experience to identify areas of joint restrictions. Then you'll be given a tailored treatment plan. We have a broad range of techniques and treatments that are different for each individual patient. And in our office, we cater specifically to you and your individual needs. By no means do we treat every patient the same. We develop specific treatment plans that will help you and your specific problem. But let's say in this case, after a thorough exam and a consultation, the doctor recommends an adjustment as a part of your comprehensive treatment plan. What you'll do is you'll start by lying face down on a specially designed adjustment table. We use our hands to gently apply pressure over the problem areas. This is called palpation. Palpation is a fancy medical word for basically feeling the spine and the soft tissues around it. The goal of the treatment is to correct any joint restrictions that are causing trouble, as well as to ease the movement pattern back into its optimal state. You may hear a slight popping noise during your adjustment, similar to what happens when a patient cracks their own knuckles. What you hear is harmless. It's just gas being released from a restricted joint. It's not your bones bending or breaking or anything like that. After the adjustment is complete, you may receive instructions for aftercare to minimize any discomfort. Most likely, your aftercare will include a series of stretches to perform to keep the area loose and limber. You can also ice the area as needed to minimize inflammation. Every treatment plan is based on the patient's particular condition. You may need more than one adjustment to get back the joint flexibility and ease of motion that you want and need. We as chiropractors may suggest scheduling routine visits to allow you to continue the healthy activities that you like to enjoy. Thanks for hanging out with me today. And to learn more about how visiting a chiropractor is the easy choice when your goal is a healthy, active lifestyle. Remember, by the time you feel pain, you may already have damage. So it's always best to see a chiropractor for wellness care before the problem develops. Chiropractic care can help your body function at its maximum potential, which means doing more than just treating pain or managing symptoms. Wellness is helping people attain higher levels of health and happiness. See you on the backside. I hope this video was helpful. Thank you so much for watching.